You're going to like it.
I better.
Tonight on 8.5-bit, we seduce some ladies, suck some friends, and blow some cowboys. Welcome, friends of all designs, to episode 238 of 8.5-bit, which I'm sure is going to be
the best bits.
Well, it's the most interrupted by dogs episode of them all.
Come on, puppies.
They are.
They're very feisty
unruly,
tonight.
Unruly boys. I'm your host, Paul, and joining today are my friends Amy.
Hey.
And Amy.
Hi.
And Amy, how are you going today?
Kirby.
Sorry, I was talking to Amy.
Kirby.
Okay, that works too. We've got a twofer today because it'll be nice. Finally, Amy won't be interrupted by that chatterbox James always talking
deck.
over you. Let me finish. Sorry, I'll stop that joke already.
Why can't I interrupt you? I thought I wasn't going to be interrupted by you tonight.
No, I mean I'm always the problem.
Yeah, I guess.
So you just need the experience. Tonight is one-on-one interruption practice. You got to learn those rhythms, how to get in there. Got to work out how to reach over and push the mute button on the recorder.
I don't know which one's the mute button. Maybe I'll end up muting myself.
You never will know.
I'll just unplug your mic because yours is the blue one.
How can you tell?
It's blue.
To the audio listeners, the mics have different colored cables. There we go.
Do they really?
The whole joke has now been explained. Oh, well, I suppose also if you're red-blue colorblind, that probably needs some explanation.
I guess, but it's blue.
So how have you been the last 2 weeks, Amy?
Yeah, right. Just Amy?
Surviving? Just Amying?
Yeah. Kirby. Been really enjoying Kirby.
What kind of Kirby?
The Star Allies.
Allies? Star Allies?
Yep.
Star Allies?
Strallies.
Strallies, yes. The new Kirby game, Strallies. And so something we decided to do last week, because when I do my stupid intros, to say what the games I'm actually talking about were. So the stupid games.
Which ones?
So first up, we are going to talk about Super Seducer. We're not going to talk about it a lot, but I mean,
James
it was worth
isn't
it.
here. I thought you guys were playing that one.
Yeah, we played it together. We played it for a good while.
Oh no, I do want to give it a go.
Of course, Kirby Star Allies.
Yeah.
And a as yet unreleased game on the Switch called Bombslinger, which
nice.
I'll get onto later. There's also a very exciting upcoming game called Minit that I've been playing through that we'll talk about tonight. But to start off the show, shall we talk about some? Actually, there's going to be a lot of Nintendo tonight.
Yes.
Did you know that big Nintendo Direct was the day after we recorded the last episode?
Which one was that?
The last big one where they announced Smash Brothers.
Yeah, that was, yeah.
Yeah, so we actually haven't had an episode since that came out. We released one after that, but we recorded it before it came out.
I honestly forgot that Smash Bros. Is coming out.
It was a long one.
Yeah.
So let's have a quick look at that Direct.
I can't remember what was on it.
That's all right.
Smash Bros.
That's why I make notes. And it tells us what's there.
Yeah.
They're not in order of what was done. So I think they've been put here in order of what people are interested in. So it ended with the announcement of Smash Brothers.
Yep.
Is it a port? I hope not. Probably not.
Hopefully
because
not.
They didn't say anything to indicate a port.
Maybe there'll be Bayonetta again, hopefully.
Who knows? There's nothing to indicate. So they just had a Splatoon. It started as a Splatoon trailer, and then they stopped and looked in the sky, and there was a Smash symbol, and then we could see the silhouette of a bunch of characters, mostly Mario and Zelda.
Yep.
And Zelda was in his Breath of the Wild costume, and people went, "Oh my god!
Oh my god, it's Zelda!"
Oh my god! Just wait, did we both say Zelda?
Yes.
Oh, good.
I wasn't going to correct you because you didn't make too much fun of me before.
It's one of those nights.
For the show, you didn't make too much fun of me, so I'm fine.
Yes,
I'll let you get away with it this one time.
Thank you.
Did you just say thank you?
No, I didn't, but I will now. Thank you very much. Let's go play some Zelda. So it's coming. No, it's coming this year. I assume it's going to launch with the online service because they need something to launch that online service with.
I think that was end of this year, is it?
Yeah, it's October, November. I think around that's what they're aiming for. So expecting about that time. Who knows? But we don't know any actual details. So everyone excited is just excited because they all really like Smash. And it's unlikely I won't get it because let's face it.
You do parties. I
do
good
parties. I'm
game.
a huge Nintendo slut.
Yep. I'm kind of partial because I don't really play that much Smash Bros.
Neither do I. I feel like I set it up more for other people to play. Then again,
I've got the amiibo support, so I do enjoy just watching them battle it out.
I do have a lot of amiibo. I ended up in the last Smash, I think by the end of it, I actually end up like playing Wii Fit Trainer the most. Mostly because she's
super cool.
She's so trolly. That's what I love about her. As soon as someone's going to hit me, I just hula hoop away and then get frustrated. I go whooping away. It's great. So Smash is coming. So this is kind of in backwards order at the moment. They had a bunch of Splatoon 2 details coming out. Most importantly, they are having a paid DLC pack, which is a substantial single-player mode, which is called the Octo Campaign. Yeah. So you play an Octoling, and if you complete it, you get to play an Octoling in multiplayer.
I can't remember, but did they announce any DLC maps at all? I'm hoping they did.
I don't think that's not part of the paid DLC. That's just continued stuff. They still have continued support of the base game. You do get a bunch of gear when you buy the DLC as well, though. I think you might be able to pre-purchase it now, but it doesn't come out till later this year. It looked kind of cool. It was very stylish. It was sort of a dystopian wild characters in a subway, and then a bunch of...
I still haven't finished the single player that we already have.
I finished the single player, but the thing is, to totally complete the single player requires you to do every level with every weapon. Yep. And that takes a long time. I didn't really want to do that, but I would like some more base levels to play.
I just like my shooty guns.
They spent the majority of the direct talking about Mario Tennis Aces, which, because I didn't watch it live, I skipped most of...
Yep, I don't know, Sam said, was it Sam? I can't remember. Someone said, that looks actually quite interesting.
Oh, no.
By the cover art.
It looks good. Like this looks like it's going to be one of the good sports games.
It probably wasn't Sam. Sorry.
Has a robust single player mode, which makes it there's more puzzly sort of stuff. It's quite deep. In the direct, they were literally going in how to play the game. Like, here's how you pull off power shots. You can break rackets if you do.
But it's tennis.
I don't need to know that beforehand. Man, tennis games can be so good.
I hate tennis.
Oh God, back in the day, Dreamcast days, Virtua Tennis 2 especially. I think James and
I loved tennis.
Oh no, you got to get into some hardcore tennis. Virtua Tennis was great. This could hit it as well. That's what we're hoping for.
I hate tennis.
I think James and I poured hundreds of hours into Virtua Tennis.
I hate tennis.
So good.
I hate it.
Why?
Because it's tennis.
What's wrong with tennis?
I just don't like it.
It's a ball game. Don't you like them furry balls?
Not really.
Okay.
They're really weird to touch. It's one of those things where I get what James means by the felt thing. Rub it against your teeth. Ugh, the tennis ball.
I didn't bite on any of this. Okay. So that's coming out later this year. We already knew that. It looks fine.
Yep.
As I say, it looks like one of the good sports games, not one of the bad ones.
Was that the one with Luigi's bulge in it?
Yes. So
the internet went wild.
Yes, Luigi has a bulge in his crotch. So people, I always find it funny when they report it, they use it as joking speech. But they go, people were doing maths to work out the size of the package. It's like, no, they weren't, because there's no maths to base any of this shit on. It's just looking at an image and saying, about 4 inches. It doesn't. There's no maths to fucking do.
Nintendo After Dark.
Yeah, I mean, I'd enjoy that.
It was a game. I wonder what kind of games they'd have.
What kind of thing?
Definitely a mini game type thing.
What wouldn't I like After
WarioWare
Dark?
type stuff?
For After Dark? It should just be a Switch game or any Switch game using the HD Rumble, and there's no visuals. It's only sound and vibration.
That would actually be pretty cool. The HD Rumble, yeah.
Me, Wario. He can feel every reverberation of his voice.
Wario.
Okay. Let's just rush through a bunch of other news.
Hello, puppy.
South Park Fractured Butthole is coming to Switch.
Exciting.
Crash Bandicoot Insane Trilogy is coming to Switch. Captain Toad is coming to Switch with some new content, but it's ostensibly the same game that was on Wii U.
I never played it, so I'm fine.
I
borrowed it from you, but
it's a good
still
game.
have it.
You still have my copy?
Yeah.
You bitch.
I think I still have your Wind Waker as well.
Undertale will be on Switch at some point.
Undertale's going to everything now.
It is. Well, I assume, I think a day or two after this, they announced Game Maker has put Switch support into itself now.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So
well,
I
definitely
assume that was
everything.
part of all that. So Game Maker games can become Switch now. Okami HD is coming to Switch, which I'm quite excited about
because I've never played it.
It's been a long time since I played it. And
it just looks so pretty.
Yeah. And the thing is, the Switch is, again, it ends up being like, other than the fact you can run it at high resolutions on other platforms, control-wise, it just means that you get every option. You can use touchscreen if you want. You can totally ignore it and you can use a Pro Controller. You can
like Bayonetta.
So you get everything in. Yeah, basically. Octopath Traveler gets a release date, which isn't written down here, so I can't tell you what it is. I've forgotten.
Yep.
The Dark Souls remaster is coming out. It's going to have a network test. In fact, that's going to be on all platforms.
Oh, okay.
It's not just on Switch. But most surprisingly, they've got an amiibo coming out for Dark Souls.
Yes.
One. Yeah,
that's
Praising
cool.
the Sun.
Praise the sun.
So we don't know the exact details at the moment. EB has said that they're getting it, but they haven't confirmed it.
Have you noticed Sony's been putting out their own sort of, not amiibo, but tiny figurines of their own characters?
I've seen some pictures of things, but I've seen no announcements about anything.
Oh, no, they're coming out later this month, I think.
Oh,
I was kind of interested in the Crash Bandicoot one.
I'd be interested to see, because last time I saw them, they didn't look well made.
Yeah.
But because normally the promo shots are like
amazing.
Are like the hand touched up ones.
Yeah.
Like, you look at like the promo amiibos and they looked fucking amazing. And while amiibos look good, not as good as the promo shit.
Oh, well.
That stuff was off the chart.
On the more character based, not the character, the humanoid ones don't look as nice, I don't think. But all the, like King DDD, for example, that one's amazing.
Oh yeah.
All the shading and stuff on him.
He's pretty good. These boys have been putting time out for wrestling. Got them. They can't get anywhere. Trapped between my legs. Like so much ham. Yes, but what I was going to say is the only way we do know of getting them in Australia is once the game launches, they'll be on Nintendo's eBay site. Like, thanks, Nintendo. You really, really make things easy, don't you?
Detective Pikachu comes out this week. Is a giant Pikachu amiibo.
That giant amiibo is like, I don't even like my Pokemon. And I'm still like, I am a Vivo whore.
Oh, if you want me to get you one, I'll definitely pick one up.
Nah.
I'm going to get one, I think.
Why do I need a bit? Unless it had Danny DeVito's voice, why would I need it?
It's a Pikachu with a cute hat.
Yeah, but I don't like Pikachu.
Oh, well, I'm going to buy one anyway.
That's okay. You do
I'll
that.
show it off.
You'd be your best version of you. With the version of you with a Detective Pikachu.
Exactly.
That kind of rhymes.
I don't know. Who knows? But yes, I'm getting a giant Pikachu amiibo. What more could you want out of life? Okay.
And so in semi-new game announcement that happened, WarioWare Gold is coming to 3DS, not to Switch.
But it's still coming out. And
WarioWare Gold will have basically mini-games from the entire series, excluding Smooth Moves, because that's all motion controlled from the Wii. It was also the worst one, so you're not missing out on much.
I 100%ed that.
That game was shit.
I liked it.
That was bad.
Then again, it was the only Wii game that I had that wasn't Wii Sport.
Had you played any other WarioWare games?
No.
I think that's the problem.
I think I was playing Touched as well, but it didn't catch me as much.
Because I think we probably mentioned on the show before, the thing that was so disappointing for me with Smooth Moves was that the entire point of WarioWare is that it's rapid fire games, and Smooth Moves between every single game and said, okay, now let's take 30 seconds to explain how to hold the control. No, fuck off, just start the game. It was like, just show me a 1 second picture. Go. It's so slow.
When you get to the later levels, it was really good.
It was so slow to start with. We never got to the later levels. Maybe they need to skip the bullshit round things. Yeah.
I liked when you unlocked everything, spoilers, there was a...
For the 15-year-old Wii game. Yeah.
15.
I don't know. I'm pulling dates out of my ass. Let's find out.
They had
How old are you?
Old.
You're 19, 7, no, you're only 18, aren't you?
19.
That's all right. She's legal, everyone.
Too old.
Not too old.
I'm too old, Paul.
You're barely old enough.
No.
To put up with our bullshit.
Most pro gamers are older than me, aren't they?
Pro gamers.
Pro gamers. They get paid for their job.
There are parts of the industry... Oh, that reminds me of another news story. There are parts of the industry that are not for me. I don't understand. And that's all right. They can exist. Yeah, but I don't get it.
I don't get it either. But they get paid to play video games. I mean, it's ones that I don't really care about, like Counter-Strike. But
what about Overwatch? You like that?
I do like Overwatch.
Do you like watching professional?
Not really.
Game players?
I don't get the point of watching professional game players.
You and me both, baby. Although I saw something amazing because I was sort of talking about esports and how it's not really for me, and my offsider at work, who's a bit more into it than I. Now, probably a lot of people listening to this will go like, "You idiot, Paul!" It's like called like Moment 37 or something like that.
Okay,
it's a Street Fighter tournament.
Yeah,
and he in a massive attack by Chung Li, the other player blocks frame specific every single hit she does in a rapid fire hit. I'm just like that. That doesn't really seem like a human thing. I guess that is really impressive.
Yeah.
It still didn't make me want to watch it, but it was impressive. I was like, oh, okay. So Smooth Move's first release date was Japan 2006.
Yep.
Which would put it 12 years away. But in Europe, it wasn't until 2007.
Yeah.
But January 2007.
Yeah, whatever.
So 11 years. So 15 years a little bit over the top. And also, it has there at the bottom of the Wikipedia article, Paul didn't like it much.
Really?
It was no Zack and Wiki trash for Barbados' treasure.
I see you've got an iPad mini there.
Yes.
Just trying to replace me.
It's new researchy.
Replacing my job.
Of looking things up. Well, I also thought James could contribute because James is in New Zealand at the moment, but he is on our Discord.
That's not fair.
Which I guess we could announce on this show. You can join the 8.5-bit Discord if you go to discord.8.5bit.com, and it should take you straight there. If I set up the DNS
Do it
properly.
before we go live.
I tested it the other day. It worked when I tested it, so I guess it works forever now.
But
okay, James does contribute. He says, "Flam bam, I'm your man."
Oh,
so I'll let everybody know. I'll let him know everyone's disappointment.
Yeah, I'm very disappointed.
Everyone is disappointed in you.
In him. Okay, whatever.
See, the problem, I'm so used to a swipe keyboard on Android. This whole typing thing is weird. I know things are possible, but that stops me from complaining.
Pink keyboard.
Oh,
she was downloading.
I've had a lot to do with your sister at work recently.
Oh my goodness.
She is a little firecracker.
I saw Paul at school today.
I took her photo today. There. She was working at the Australian stall at the multinational day, which I did find funny that we had Australian cuisine.
Oh,
isn't
that just sausages?
No, I don't think she had sausages. I think she might have had...
Oh, wait, no. When I was there...
They did have sausages there.
That was the American booth, I think, because they tried to play it up as hot dogs. Every other booth is the best, though. It's I think it was the Indian one had this really nice sweet thing, and...
So today...
Harmony Day.
Yeah, there's Harmony Day, which is a thing that some schools do in Australia.
And at work, they announced it was Harmony Day. So, yeah.
I wonder what the basis of Harmony Day is, where it started.
It's being friends with everyone.
No, but why? Why on this day? Why someone's organised it?
We've got an internet-connected device that can access every single piece of knowledge.
No, it can only look at facts about WarioWare. And strangely enough, Dig Dug. Just those two things.
Dig Dug.
Yeah. Unfortunately, not going to come up this episode. They also announced that the original Luigi's Mansion is coming to 3DS.
Yep, exciting.
As well as Bowser's Inside Story, but I thought that was already announced.
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't really... It's already on the DS.
It's probably just another Mario and Luigi, and I've confused them.
Yeah.
They're good, but I forget about which is which.
I just remember this one stage I got stuck on. I think it was fighting a giant worm character. It just would not die. I sat there for over an hour and it just would not die. It was so frustrating. I just gave up. I haven't touched a Mario and Luigi game since.
Not since you were defeated by the worm.
It just would not die.
You just got to get on the ground and you just do the worm. Do the worm.
But that wouldn't do anything because the DS doesn't have any motion sensors.
Maybe it's like another code and you've got to close it to be able to beat the boss.
I did that twice.
That's how you squash the worm.
Yeah. I tried that.
It's real meta. Real meta. Okay.
It's like that Pokemon you've got to turn your 3DS upside down to evolve. Which I did.
Really?
Yes.
I mean, okay, it's a thing.
It's cute.
Gimmicks can be fun.
It turns upside down.
There's a game called Sushi Striker, which we have seen before. It's some like sushi puzzle game.
It looks alright.
It looks fine. I just hope it's not a $60 game.
Yeah. What was the bingo for Switch? It just looks so generic and I wasn't sure what it was.
From what I could tell, Bingo for Switch, which came out last week on Switch on the store, is Bingo on the Switch. And you can play 4-player if you want.
So it's just generic bingo?
As far as I could tell.
Okay.
People are insane. Well, the amount of times in public that I will look over at someone's phone and no, they're not watching pirated movies. No, they're not sexting strangers. No, what they are is using a virtual slot machine over and over again for an hour on it's like, but why?
How addicted can get. It's sad.
That addicted.
It's so sad, Paul.
I mean, at least something with some creative content put in. Actually, I heard the other day
you put pictures of cats in the slot machine.
Because pokies are so addictive and you're such a problem, especially in some areas, that basically like cigarettes, that they should go for plain packaging. So instead of having flashing lights and fun sounds, it's just like Comic Sans, black and white.
And then like a bing.
It goes clonk.
Yeah.
Clonk.
Okay.
Generic packaging for pokies. I like it.
Yeah, I wouldn't play that.
Yeah, instead of playing like Penguin Express, you play Brown Box Pokey. Or maybe it's probably just Poker Machine. It's just called Poker Machine.
Okay.
That's all it is.
I think, I wouldn't play it. How's that?
I might play Poker Machine. This is so generic. I'm in love. So good. Okay, and then the other thing that we saw a bit of No Man Heroes. Travis Strikes Again, which was previously announced.
What was that one?
Well, it's the third No More Heroes game.
Oh, No More Heroes. Yep.
But this one is pretty different. Most of the gameplay seems to be top down. Even though it's hack and slashy, but maybe a little twin stick shootery. But the whole idea is you're going through a bunch of different arcade games, so there should be pretty varied gameplay, and they seem to have wacky bosses still. So we'll wait and see how that keeps going. Yeah, and the thing is, No More Heroes, I liked the games, but I
played it.
I wouldn't say the minute-to-minute gameplay was good. Like in the first game, it was an open world game.
Yeah.
Except there was nothing in the open world. It was just an empty city that you drove around in.
What's the point of that?
It was a good question the developers should have asked themselves at some point. And when you were between missions, you just did jobs. And much like real jobs, there were just a tedious, boring thing you had to do for 5 minutes to get
5
money.
minutes. I wish my job went for 5 minutes.
It's like mow the grass. Like literally mow the grass.
Oh, okay.
Shit like that.
So you're not talking about like an actual paying job. It's just a
chore. You're doing a paid job in the game.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, it's funny, except then you have to play it, and then it's less fun. What they did in the sequel, they made them more mini games.
Okay.
It was a much better improvement. And then the main game was a hack and slash, third person action game, character action game, hacking people to bit with your lightsaber, which you had to jerk off to power up.
Really?
Yes. You literally had to, with the remote, you had to jerk it off to power up. And in game, you just wanked it. And that's how you got more energy in your power sword. It's not a subtle game. Yeah, like you to save in that game, you go to the toilet to take a shit.
Nice.
Like, it is not subtle. But that's what it never said it was trying to be.
No.
Okay, so here's the question.
Do
we stay off Nintendo, or do we very quickly cover today's Direct? I can do this one real fast.
I actually haven't looked at today's Direct. I know Luminaries, is it? The PSP Tetris game
Luminaries.
thingy? Yeah.
Yeah, it's just like a remaster of the original game again. But it's on Switch. It'll make James excited.
Yeah, I haven't played it.
New game-wise, we've got a game called Just Shapes and Beats, which looks kind of cool. Just sort of a bullet hell, but music-based.
Oh, I was hoping twitchy. It was just like touch the shape. Boop.
No. More sort of abstract environments. They look quite fun. Single player mode. Oh, actually no, story mode, but you can play it co-op.
Okay.
But very abstract that. A game called Garage, which was just sort of like a 90s style, like dirty, video nasty horror thing, but top down pixel art.
Okay.
Didn't really show much of the game at the point. Don't really know. It's supposed to be a bit survivally horror-y.
It's pixel art.
But I can't really tell. I am a sucker for pixel art. A kind of fun looking game called Bomb Chicken, which
sounds interesting.
Yeah, I mean, like, it's not a great name, but it actually did look like it was pretty good fun. So it sort of made me think of side-scrolling Bomberman, but very puzzle-based. So you're a chicken that, instead of eggs, lays bombs.
Wasn't Bomberman already side-scrolling?
No, it's top-down.
What am I thinking of? No, I'm thinking of the Kirby boss. I think it's the pink and the blue one, and they push blocks across, and you got to suck up the blocks and then push it back at them. The Kirby boss.
Yeah, I know the one you're talking about.
I was thinking of that.
Instead of Bomberman, the long-running game series with... Okay.
Yep. That's...
I was thinking of a sub sandwich.
Nice. It's still got bombs in it.
It does. It does have bombs. That's also another thing. West of Loathing is being ported to the Switch.
Yep.
A game called The Messenger, which is sort of like Ninja Gaiden-y 8-bit, and they had the weirdest announcement.
Okay.
It said, there's more going on here than just a retro 8-bit style platformer. I'm like, oh, okay, what's going to go on? With
Nothing?
the push of a button, it can become a 16-bit platform.
Nice.
Like they've done the entire game in 2 retro art styles. I don't understand why. Who is that for?
People your age and people slightly younger?
Yeah, it's like people people that are 35 or people that are 33. It's like not a modern look and an old look. It's like no, just 2 slightly different old
Not
looks.
Wonder Boy. It's
not like Dragon's Trap where it's like a notice like one's the original, one's the remake. It's a new game and they did all the art twice. And it seems an insane choice to me. I do not understand. They are silly people. Hopefully the game's good. I can't really say.
Maybe it has some sort of secret to the art. Maybe, hopefully.
Who knows?
Maybe.
Banner Saga 3 is coming in. Yeah, there was just a bunch. There was just a bunch of
right.
indie games coming.
Yeah.
It wasn't. There was nothing super exciting. But I mean, lots of fun stuff. And there's so much rollout at the moment of indie stuff on the Switch that
I like
it sort of seemed odd that they just picked these ones out of the crowd. Like
No,
they
they're
didn't
different.
look bad, but they're just what randomly gets released every week.
Yeah.
I mean, they're better than Bingo, that's for sure.
No, it's called Bingo for Switch.
Oh yes, but what about the is it like 3D beer pong or something that's on there?
Hey, yes, 3D beer pong.
Yeah, because I originally saw that on the Japanese store like the second week of the Switches around. I'm like, oh my god, they've already got crap. And then like 3 months later, they ported it to. It might even be longer than that. They ported it to the Western countries. I'm like, this looks like a word. Like the icon looks like word art.
Question: what is beer pong? I hear so many people talk about it.
Beer pong. So basically, on either side of a table, you have a triangle of cups.
Yep.
And the whole point is that if you throw a ping pong ball, it's got a bounce, goes in the cup, your opposition has to drink that beer that it fell in.
Ah, because
So
I was
you're trying
confused.
to knock them out either by getting all their cups or by
Getting
them
them drunk.
getting too drunk and falling over.
I thought that you'd be the one drinking it, but like, what's the point of that?
Well, I mean, you drink it when they throw it.
Yeah, but like you're the one. If you hit the cup, you've got to drink it. Oh,
You know what's a terrible idea?
what?
Same game, but with tumblers of scotch. We ran out of beer.
At Woolworths, they're selling the big red college cup things with ping pong balls.
Yeah. Did you know that the all the different levels in those red drinking cups, they all donate different like standard drinks for different types of alcohol. So
Really?
there is a point to the levels in those cups.
I just thought they were pretty.
No, there is actually some design there. So yeah,
Okay, I might have to check that out next I see one.
I don't know what this dog is doing, but it seems to be getting amorous with the table.
He does it. Just one of them was just licking my foot
Oh,
before.
thank gosh. I
What?
wondered what was this hard wet thing on my foot. It was his tongue. It was his tongue. I don't know why I thought it was a different part of his body, but it was his tongue. Not that it's the worst thing in the world. I mean, dogs are dogs do it, but also, I mean,
You're his dad.
I'm doing a very important podcast at the moment. I've got very important fans listening. We can't have that kind of shenanigans going on in the office. But stop eating
Does
the
that
table.
happen often?
Actually, no. When we first got Dusty, the day we rescued him, he was the most amorous dog I've ever seen. So much so we thought it might be a problem. But after that, it must have just been anxiety. Never anything ever again. So I know sometimes when I get adopted, I just can't break a boner.
I mean, he's currently licking my foot, and he does that every so often. He just
That's just
constantly.
foot licking. I
Yeah.
mean, I don't think it's a fetish thing.
I think it is for him.
Could be.
He always gets in between the toes and just lick, lick, lick.
That's true. Oh, no.
Get away from her. I'm licking her toes. Right?
I feel like we made a mistake letting the dogs come in this week.
They're so cute, though.
Okay. Boys are getting restrained by my legs again. There we go. Oh no, I held one back and the other one attacked him. This is the worst. I'm sorry, everyone. I'm not editing it because that's not my style. Oi! No.
Dusty's a bully.
Yeah, he can be. But he's actually been much better recently.
Well, one of Sam's mum's dogs just had to pass on just recently.
Oh, yes,
and,
it looked very cute.
Yeah, he has so she has 3 dogs. One of them's he's a super old man, fluffy like Dusty and Toast.
Mm-hmm.
And since he's gone, he's been basically howling because whenever the mother goes out, he thinks, oh no, that other dog's gone with her. I'm being left home alone. It's like, oh.
What a stupid dog. No, I don't mean...
No, Buddy just won't die. He's a good dog.
That'll be good. Okay.
Cool.
Good. Shall we talk about some video games that we played?
Dogs.
Shall we talk about Kirby? We've got a lot of Kirby things on the table.
Yeah, I brought here my entire Kirby harem except my amiibo.
Because I had an amiibo. We didn't need two. They would have had to fight.
Yeah. I kind of want that, ouch. I want one of there's that amiibo that was released for Robobot. I want that one as well. One.
I'm just waiting for them to discount that game to nothing, and then I'll grab the amiibo. Because it only comes with the game. It's
apparently a really good Kirby game, though.
Look, the problem with Kirby games, and the one we're going to talk about tonight, is that you could play 1 in 5 and you'll be pretty much fine.
But that's what I love about it. It's so simple. It's just easy to pick up. It's licking the mic. Now it's had both men on it.
Yay! Okay, we're solving this problem one dog at a time.
That was Dusty again.
Well, no, we picked up Toast the first time.
No, you picked up Dusty.
No, Toast was the first time.
No, it was Dusty.
It was 100% Toast. We can go back to the footage.
Let's do it.
Oh, I don't want to stop the record. Okay, sorry for that weird lull. Okay, let's continue. So Kirby.
Video games.
Yes. Kirby Star Allies, the very memorable name, which I have to keep looking at to remember what it's called.
Allies. Strallies.
We played the demo last week or last fortnight. I've talked about it. Kirby, you can get up to... Is it just 3 friends or is it 4 friends? It's 3 friends.
3, yeah.
3 friends,
Party
which are
of
just
4.
other characters that you throw love hearts at and they join you and then you can sort of mix and match abilities between them.
Squeak Squad on steroids with that.
Yeah, did Squeak Squad let them have different abilities?
It gave you you could friend a ability friend.
Okay.
Yeah.
So a long time, because Squeak Squad is one I played through. I think. I played through Triple Deluxe. Gee, see, they all fall together. Who can remember which one's which?
Both.
Oh, good. So how are you finding Kirby, Amy?
I love it.
Why?
It's Kirby. That's really I finished the first level. That's basically the demo was just basically a big remix of the first level, actually.
Of the first world.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, level worlds.
Well, there's levels within the world.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, I'm not being pedantic. It's literally it's a bit different.
I've already called Link Zelda. I'm fine.
Oh, that's all right. I wasn't trying to pick on you. Just that's how it's broken up. I guess spoilers. When you finish the first world, it ends the game.
Yeah.
It rolls credits and then it goes
super duper fast.
Just joking. It's like, yeah, of course. I've only been playing the game for 40 minutes.
Yeah. I'd be very disappointed if it was, this $60 game or whatever it was.
Yes.
It came with cute posters because I pre-ordered.
Oh, yes. I was going to steal I was going to trade you a Metroid poster. That's all right. Posters aren't going bad.
I want that Metroid one.
Yeah. You have to play your cards.
It isn't a Samus one. It's the Metroid. Because you've got a Samus and a Metroid.
Well, I've got the Metroid on the wall.
Oh, okay. Never mind. I might get a Samus.
I think there's 3.
Oh, okay.
I don't know what the other one is. Probably a double Samus. 2 Samuses.
Yeah, I'll pick my favorite Samus.
Who's your favorite Samus? Who's your favorite Baggins?
Dildo Baggins.
Oh, that's rude.
You're rude.
Yeah, so
you're the one who thought like that. Jeez.
It's true.
I didn't say anything bad.
The thing that I initially really liked about Kirby is that so you get your ability, you have 3 other abilities with you. You push up, and anyone with a weapon will hold in the air, and anyone with like an elemental ability will use it on the weapon. So you can, infuse a sword with electricity or fire or ice or water and this seems really cool at first, and then I started really running out of new things to discover. Mm-hmm. Like then there's specialty items and they're fun. So you get like the bird outfit.
The bird outfit already
existed. And then you push... Oh, no, it existed. But when you push up in this one, everyone dances and everyone gets like a power up.
Oh, okay.
It's like, yay, we all dance. Great. If you use the umbrella, you get an umbrella that covers everybody.
Yeah. And the painty one gave you the ability to draw on a canvas and get a bunch of food.
Yeah. You can make food from anywhere when you're the artist. Ink. Yes. And all these things are cute, but the game is still Kirby, which means it's really, 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 really easy and repetitive.
But I love it.
And it's okay. But also then you get to the specific puzzles that require you to have specific things.
Yeah.
And most of the time that's fine because they give them to you right next to it.
Yeah.
Except for normally you find later in the games when they'll say,
so how far have you played?
I'm only in the second world.
Okay, I've only
So I don't know about this one. But I assume it's going to be like the other ones where you're like, you didn't keep that power from the beginning of the level. And levels you can't go back to the beginning of. So it's like, okay. So it ends up being a little bit repetitive and it's fun, but it is just stock Kirby.
It's Kirby. I love Kirby.
Nothing's really setting it apart.
Robobot has a giant mech in it.
It does. Okay. You entertain the listeners for a second because these dogs are going buck wild.
Well, I've got a Kirby Nendoroid on the table. It is adorable and...
Here's the slowdown of my figures.
Well, you can buy a mech for it, which is great. There go the puppies. Okay, so so for the listeners at home, there is a Kirby in a terrarium. He is hiding, sticking his head out of the bush and gravel and stuff and moss.
I made this terrarium.
It's adorable.
It's got a snail in it, and it's also got a secret cave
snail?
with a skull in it.
Is it a real snail?
No, you generally don't put animals in terrariums. They will die, and then rot, and then add to the cycle of life.
Yeah, it's the fun bit.
Beautiful.
I used to have worms in a Coke
me too.
container.
I got the tablets though.
No, in a Coke container.
Okay, I can't turn that into anything. I'll try.
You failed. You failed our listeners.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, listeners. I can't corrupt everything Amy says.
Ha.
But so do you have any other thoughts on Kirby?
It's just that I've really enjoyed it so far. It's so pretty.
It does look good. Well,
I do wish it looked like the cinematic bits though. Just that with that extra bit of shading.
Just that extra, yeah. But I mean,
but you can't expect that.
There's only so much power on the Switch.
I do get really annoyed when the your followers jump into another power up because I try and keep like a fire and a water person, so I can have both types of sword.
Or when you're going, I'm going to go and hail that guy, and then someone kills them.
Exactly.
Like,
and I also hate that. So each game, it sort of seems very different when you're doing the floaty puff thing.
Yeah.
So some games you can fall onto the floor and you'll still be puffing, or in this one, for example, you fall onto the ground and then you let out a big thing of air, and you might kill the enemy you're trying to get.
I think that's been standard for a little while.
I can't remember if it was Squeak Squad or Triple Deluxe. I've only played the two on the DS. Those two on the DS. So it's one or the other.
I don't know. I think now that I think of it, I may not have played Squeak Squad. I may have only played Triple Deluxe.
I think you own Squeak Squad for some reason.
Probably do. No.
I was eyeing it off.
Kirby, I love and hate you, Kirby. You're a great character.
It's not as bad as Xenoblade, okay?
No, but I haven't put 45 hours into fucking Kirby.
I probably have in the end.
Oh, God.
I'm pretty sure it was Triple Deluxe that was on the DS, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. That was the compilation of you got the main game and then you got a bunch of mini games.
Actually, I can't remember if it was DS or 3DS. It was probably 3DS.
I haven't got the 3DS ones.
I don't know. Shut up, Amy.
Now
we're all
I'm
sad.
going to leave now.
We're all sad.
I'm going to take my
James
Kirby's.
also sent, when we told him that everyone was disappointed in him, he sent sad face.
That's sad. You're so mean to poor Jamesy.
He deserves it. Okay.
Poor Dog Deck.
So what should we talk about? Since we were sort of just talking about it before, Bombslinger. Bombslinger is an upcoming game on the Switch.
So it's not about Kirby. Okay.
No. It is a Bomberman clone.
Yeah.
With some differences.
Mm-hmm.
So first up, it is based in the Old West. Mm-hmm. Sorry about that. So your family's been killed. You're on a quest for revenge, and you've got bombs.
I think I've heard of this one. I can't remember what it looked like.
It's pixely. It's at a slight tilt. It's not isometric. It's it's straight on with a slight tilt. It's very Bomberman. And it plays extremely Bomberman, as in you start with one bomb that's very low powered, and you go through and you clear levels. Now, what it actually takes on is some roguelike elements. It takes on, you could almost say Binding of Isaac-y. So,
that one, yeah.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
You do know it?
I have heard of it. I've seen it.
It's on the coming soon on the Switch.
Yeah.
I haven't seen much else about it.
Yeah, I haven't actually played it, though, because it's obviously not out.
It's not out, yeah. I think it's still about a month away, maybe a few weeks.
I don't know.
I'm bad with dates.
It's obviously not something I've been following.
No, I don't think anyone has, which is why I sort of bring it up, because it's I really enjoy it. So it's Bomberman, but it's a level that's made out of randomly generated maps. In those maps, you'll have treasure chests, and when you kill people, you get coin and you get experience. And when you level up, you'll get a choice of 3 things that you want. Which one do you want to level up?
Oh, like what was it? The one by the people who did that fishing game on iPhone.
You thinking about, so you're thinking about Vambler, but you're thinking about
yes, Vambler, but it's that one on PC that I really wanted and you really wanted, and Ben
Nuclear Throne.
Nuclear Throne, yes.
Yeah. So yeah, I was gonna say it's roguelike elements of that. So you get every level you can say, okay, I want more firepower, I want more bombs, I want to be able to move faster. There's a few other things. It randomizes the things you can choose from. There's also chests. Now those chests you get things, so you might get snake oil, and snake oil might hurt you, but it will also most often like
snake oil does nothing.
Well, sometimes it might do nothing, but most of the time it fucks you up in some way. Different abilities. So you get nuclear bombs, barrels that you can explode, stuff like that. At the end of each level, there's a boss, and you fight the boss. Now, so I started the game, and I was really enjoying it. Mm-hmm. And then I would die, because mostly Bomberman is not that hard of a game normally. It's normally that I get impatient or I get careless and I kill myself.
Okay.
So I die a few times, and every time I start the game, I'm back to one bomb that only takes out the one thing next to it and moving slowly. And I'm like, the early game of this game sucks.
Yeah.
But that's not from this design. That is Bomberman. Bomberman sucks at the beginning. It's so slow and boring. But I kept doing it, and one of the things, so at the beginning of the game, a power that you've unlocked, you can slot one of the powers.
Okay.
So you can say, okay, give me an extra bomb. But as you unlock more powers, you can have 2 unlocks, 3 unlocks, 4 unlocks. So by the time you're really into this game, you can start with quite a powerful character or quite a customized character that is capable of doing some certain things. And then the actual RNG you're going through, it is quite varied. The bosses are fun. Once you work out the pattern, it is actually most of them are pretty damn easy. But until you work out the pattern, you're going to die a couple of times probably. There's a store you can go through and buy stuff. But what I think is really good is the experience system is very much based on not just killing people, but killing multiple people at once, which means it's not just getting to a position where you can take out one. It's like, well, how can I take out this entire screen with one bomb? Okay, so you start moving things around. So that's a fun extra bonus to it. So I basically started liking the game, getting bored of the game, then really starting to like it again. So I think it's a really, really solid game.
Okay.
Now I don't know the actual price off the top of my head. Sorry, but it's it's a small game.
It's probably a 30.
I don't think it'll be 30. If it was 30, that's too much. I imagine 15 to 20.
I don't know. Let's look it up.
You can look it up?
I'm going to look it up.
Look it up.
While you keep talking.
Yeah. But if you compare it to something like Binding of Isaac, it doesn't have anywhere near the longevity of that. It just doesn't have the potential space in the RNG. There's just not that many items, not enough things that interact with each other. But the actual character variety as you go along, the enemies actually do get kind of hard. They get behavior patterns which vary up, things that can jump obstacles and things that throw weapons and things as soon as they have a line of sight with you attack and things like that. So there's actually quite a lot of variety of gameplay. It is the best Bomberman game I've played since like Bomberman 97.
Okay.
And also it's got multiplayer, but I haven't played it yet because I don't have any friends.
Sure.
But I assume it's Bomberman because it's already Bomberman and that's what you're going to do with the multiplayer.
Doesn't have the price up.
There you go.
So it's money. Oh wait, no, $12.
Yeah, that seems.
I think that's probably the US.
Probably
store,
US,
though.
so it's probably $15 here.
Yeah,
a very fair price for it. If you like Bomberman, I think this is probably the best Bomberman in a long time.
Speaking of $30, I was thinking about picking up Celeste. I might do that.
Celeste is good.
I've been meaning to pick it up.
Climb that mountain.
I've been wanting Meat Boy, but the soundtrack on the console version just really annoys me.
Yeah, we'll never get that on the soundtrack back. If only consoles still did the old Xbox 360 thing and just let you make custom soundtracks for everything. That would have been nice.
It's Nintendo.
Yeah, never going to happen. So
we said that about Bayonetta though, and boobs and stuff.
Well, what about Bayonetta and boobs?
That it would never happen on Nintendo. Yeah. I guess we can be wrong, maybe. No, it's not going to ever happen.
Nintendo have their ups and downs on content. They don't mind a bit of extreme content in the right context. But what they don't like is letting players do things their way.
Yep.
They have to do it Nintendo's way.
What comes out next month? Is it Donkey Kong?
Probably. Next month is
April,
which is the month of
buying Amy video games because it's her birthday.
And
it's Labo next month. Okay,
yeah.
And so yeah, Donkey
and
Kong
God of War.
Yeah.
Oh my God of War!
But Donkey Kong comes out in May then. Okay. No.
Donkey Kong comes out at some time.
May-ish.
You could just borrow it from me and play it now.
But I want to play it on the Switch.
It's true. Switch is good.
I don't want to sit at my computer.
You don't want to. You really want to play that surfer mode, don't you? Well, Funky Kong. Is it Funky Kong? No, it's a different Kong, isn't it?
Are you sure it's not Funky Kong?
I don't know. Jerky Kong.
Pokey Kong?
Someone gave me jerky today. Didn't know if I should eat it.
I don't like
Seems
jerky.
tainted. Never really eaten it.
It's just the. I tasted it when I was younger, but
do you
want
to eat a salty boot?
No. No.
Okay. Have you been playing anything you want to talk about, Amy?
Oh,
sorry. Just to repeat, the last game was called Bombslinger.
Bombslinger.
Yeah.
Yep. Cool.
Yeah.
Alrighty. I've been playing around with some VR stuff lately because Sam lent me his headset. My main complaint about VR is that I just don't have the room for it. My bedroom is small, and that's really my.
You know what
only
you need to do?
thing. I need to move out.
Burn your possessions.
No, I don't want to do that.
Imagine no bed, no table.
But
no
I like
nothing.
my bed.
Just VR space.
I like.
You don't need a bed when you've got VR. Just sleep in the VR bed.
I could, but my bed's comfy. It's got my waifu on it. It's got one of those waifu pillows.
Imagine the kind of waifus you could have in VR.
Speaking of waifus,
Okay.
you've got the. See, I'm good at this.
You're getting good at the tangents. Yeah.
And do the woo thing. So I bought Hatsune Miku VR, which it's basically a rhythm game. You've got to move your arms like a big octopus to get all the beats. It's really.
Are you an octopus?
No, you're a person. I think.
Are you Hatsune Miku or whatever?
No, she's performing in front of you. It's
are you like a backup dancer?
No. Oh. You've got to just have you ever played any of the other previous
I have not.
ones? No. So basically, those ones are just rhythm games. You just tap 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 and all that. It just keeps the music going, I guess.
So are you?
You get booed off the stage. It's like Guitar Hero, but you're not the.
But what are you
performer.
contributing? Are you just her inspiration? Is that it?
You make the music go.
You're her muse.
She gets
Are
booed
you
off
the
the
DJ?
stage. I guess maybe she gets booed off the stage if you do bad.
I like the idea that you might be her muse, though.
That would be too cute.
If you're not on the beat, then she's not inspired. And she's gonna fuck up.
I like that.
Okay.
But yeah, I couldn't exactly play too much of the main game because of the lack of space.
You just kept punching Kirby figures off the shelf.
Yep, literally. I've got all my model kit stuff on my desk. I can't knock this all off. There's paints everywhere.
Burning all your possessions sounds pretty good right about now, doesn't it,
I really
Amy?
like my IKEA table. It's like multi-storied. It's great. So
what if we just made you smaller?
I don't like that.
Okay.
I like being tall-ish.
Taller than some, shorter than others.
Yeah, around the same
Miniature
height as my
American
dad.
flags for everybody.
I guess. But yeah, so the thing that I mostly played with for this game was there's like a concert mode. So you have her in the middle of the screen and you just sort of move around and watch her perform. That's basically that.
The voyeur mode.
The what?
The voyeur mode.
Yes, basically.
I can just sneak around the stage and look at her from any angle.
Yes.
If I crawl on my back.
My only complaint with this is because it's not the traditional Hatsune Miku. Because so there's like different skins she can have. That's like costumes and all that.
She's killed a lot of people and
Yes.
she can wear anybody's skin she wants.
And that's why there's so many figurines of her. So yeah,
They're all made of real human skin too.
Yep.
It's a real premium on those.
And a bit of nice fabric. So yeah, I quite enjoyed that. It's just the VR gimmick. I love the VR
Who's
gimmick.
taller, you or Hatsune Miku?
I think I am. I think she's like the lower end of 160. I think. Let's look it up. There's a literal height for her out there.
Oh, cool. Well, I mean, there has to be in VR. Has to be a space there. We don't need to know the actual height.
Yes, we do.
Oh, good.
But yeah, I did enjoy the concert mode, but it's just, I like the VR gimmick of, you can see it from every angle while sitting back in your chair and all that.
And they announced the new Vive Pro a few days ago.
I am excited about that. I want to see more about. I don't think VR's there for me yet because I get frustrated with being able to see the pixels in the headset.
It's got more resolutions now.
I know, that's why I'm excited.
It's got extra resolutions for only more money.
Yeah. I've already got a headset around me, so wait until the proper I can see everything as if it's on a TV screen kind of thing.
How are you going to afford the computer to run that?
Who knows? Sell my organs.
That sounds good. Which ones?
Probably send off a kidney at the very least.
True.
I mean, I could send off. You probably.
What does the kidney
I think it's
do?
like, how much do you get for freezing your eggs?
I don't know. I've never frozen any. I normally just boil them.
So yeah, Miku is 158 centimeters high.
Oh, that's good. You were so close with around 160.
I was good.
You know your Miku shit.
She's 42 kilograms.
How much does she shit?
I don't know.
It doesn't have like an average weight.
Average weight, yeah, it's 42 kilos.
She shits 42 kilos every day?
Sure.
That is insane.
She's one heavy girl.
She has a lot of energy, that girl. I guess she must eat a lot. Okay.
So then I played some Gun Gal because it's an on-rails shooter. You've heard of it, haven't you?
I know it because I saw the trailer for the sequel, and I'm like, oh, this seems to be a game where you shoot ladies to see underpants.
Not really. You don't really see too many underpants, which does disappoint me.
You do in the trailer for the sequel, that's for sure.
Well, there we go. But it's just like basically an on-rails shooter where you shoot the demons attacking the schoolgirls, and you make sure they fall in love with you and all that with your lovey-dovey gun.
Oh, yeah. I'm not allowed to shoot people with my lovey-dovey gun, that's for sure.
It's fun. I still haven't gotten over the initial gimmick of VR. It's just like, it's that thing you can sort of sit down and look around everywhere.
VR is cool, but also people that don't have VR, which half includes me because I don't have it myself, it's like nobody gives a fuck about VR unless they already are invested in VR. Yeah. That's what's so hard about getting it out there.
I guess I'm slightly invested in VR in this case.
Well, you have access to it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thumper,
a lot of people
Thumper
don't.
though, that game is just solid on VR.
Yeah. Thumper is great on any platform.
Hook that up with some noise cancelling headphones as well, and you're not elsewhere. It's great.
We just need to build a wall of speakers around you and then just let the whole thing reverberate through your body. That is the way to play Thumper.
Literal thumpers.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. That concludes my speech, I guess.
That concludes VR time with Amy?
Yeah, I like VR.
How does the VR time with Amy theme song go?
Maybe. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da.
Maybe. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da.
Da.
Da. Maybe. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da.
Hate you.
I hate you, she says to Paul every time she does the show we call VR Talk with Amy.
That's me.
Maybe. Ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-da.
Damn it, I was going for like a everyone
Butters.
knows it's Butters. That's me.
That is you. You are quite buttery. I would trip you over popcorn.
Yeah, no. I've got to use this blood to sell to overseas so I can get a cool PC rig, right?
Are we selling blood now? Are you Lord British? He tried to sell his blood a while ago.
Nice.
He wasn't allowed.
Aww.
He had it on eBay and they took it down.
Aww.
Said there's no blood.
Oh, well, I won't sell my blood then. I'll sell something else. Reproductive organs, how's that? People would pay for them.
Fucking Buffalo Bill. Yeah.
Brand new, never been used.
Ed Gein's got a bag of them, I hear.
Who?
Serial killer Ed Gein.
Okay. Jack the Ripper loves them.
I think it was Ed Gein that when they went into his place, among other disgusting items, they found a bag of vaginas.
Oh, nice. Well, I know.
I mean, who can stop at just one?
Didn't Jack the Ripper do that to all the prostitutes in London or something?
He dissected something in there. I'm not exactly sure. I'm not a Jack the Ripperologist.
I don't know. He's just interesting.
Is he?
I like serial killers.
Do you?
Kinda.
Yeah. I mean, like, I got lots of people I know
I just
that
like how they're so weird.
My problem becomes that I actually find violent crime quite distressing. And so
I'm different.
I used to read a bit of true crime, and then I realized I don't like knowing this. This is very nasty.
But I like it.
I like the broad strokes. I like the broad strokes and the ideas. I don't need to know about.
Oh, but I want to know about it.
You can. Nothing's stopping
Been
you.
meaning to listen to some podcasts about it.
There was a thing about because I think it was Trent Reznor moved into Sharon Tate's place.
Who? What? How?
Sharon Tate, famously murdered by the Manson family.
Okay.
She was pregnant at the time. Very gruesome, very historic murder. And he sort of moved in there and he ran into someone from Sharon Tate's family. He's like, oh yeah, I'm living there now. And they're like, it's not a fucking joke. Like, my family was killed there. And like, he was young at the time and still pretty drug fucked. He's like, it was the first time he realized that maybe this isn't all just like historic legend, fun and game stuff. Maybe real people's lives got fucking destroyed from this stuff. It's like, oh, right. I mean, I still enjoy like the mythos of serial killers to a degree, but
I've been watching this YouTube series, YouTuber called Ask a Mortician.
Oh yes,
she's so cool.
I think that she was somehow involved in that. I think it's called Mortician's Tale.
I haven't
actually came out last year.
I've really only been watching sort of just her question answer stuff.
Yeah, I used to like that that autopsy show that her Gunther is yeah.
Okay.
It's a weird German guy, wears a weird hat, but yeah, he was doing
like
live autopsies on TV. Like, I find the human body very interesting. But yes, I don't need to know the terrible things that happen. Just teach me about how cool the skin is and how the limbs work and shit.
Tell me about all the bits that got taken out.
God, I'm going to send you some fucking stories that will change your fucking mind, that's for sure.
No. I'm pretty good about distancing myself from this stuff.
A young woman who looked quite a bit like Amy.
Oh, erotic friend fiction, but, horror.
but erotic friend fiction can get quite horrible too, but in a friendly way.
Horrific erotic friend fiction.
I'll get on that.
That's terrifying.
Okay.
Send help.
So, where are we? What are the games we send them? Oh, we haven't spoken about Super Seducer.
No, we haven't. Okay. I really want to play this.
Oh, you shouldn't. You shouldn't really want to play it.
But it sounds like fun. It just sounds stupid.
I think it might be fun at a party.
Not stupid, but
Super Seducer is a game designed to teach you how to pick up women.
Mm-hmm. Oh, so it's not. I thought it was like a satire game.
No.
Oh, okay.
It is serious.
Oh.
Which in a sense has a sense of fun about it. So this guy who's apparently a famous pickup artist, he
made a video game.
I wouldn't, but maybe I'm not his demographic.
Wait, what wouldn't you do?
He wouldn't pick me up particularly well. So basically the game, it's all FMV, and it just plays out a scenario, and every once in a while it asks you a question about what to do next. And when you select it, it'll cut to him in a hotel room, either just there alone in his clothes. Oh, he's always in his clothes. But he'll be, if you have a failure, he's just there telling you like, you shouldn't do that. Like sometimes it sounds almost respectful. Sometimes it's like you shouldn't treat a woman like that. You respect them. It's like, oh, okay, yeah. But then if you get a half answer, he's got 2 prostitutes with him, and if you get a correct answer, you get 2 half naked prostitutes with him. I guess they're just women. I don't jump into an assumption that they're prostitutes, but prostitutes are all I really see going back to his bed. So let's. So it starts out as a it's just like the first scenario is approaching a woman on the street. And James and I played this game trying to do like the creepiest things we could.
Oh yeah, obviously you.
So we also we want to see the limits of what it does. So we went through and we were like start following her. And I don't know if that was an option, but that sort of thing is like stand directly in front of her on the thing. Although maybe that one was right.
No, really?
Yeah, sometimes we're not quite right. To the point that we did like 2 or 3 scenarios. They're like, okay, now we're going to play it so serious. We're going to get 100% on this next one. We barely did better than when we chose everything wrong on purpose. Like,
I need to play this and just see how I'd react.
Yeah, it's weird.
Have a lady's perspective on it.
But I think he really wants to do improv.
Yeah.
Because sometimes you'll pick like a stupid wrong answer. And like, I can't think of an example off the top of my head, but he's chatting to these 2 girls at one point, and like he makes like a very disparaging remark towards them. But he actually says it in like a kind of like it could be a joking, jerky way. But then the scene continues for like some of them felt like 5 minutes, probably not quite that long. But of him then just joking around back and forth and everything, I'm like, actually, the jerky answer at this point actually could work if you like continue doing this. And then like it runs off. But he just runs a takes the conversation anywhere he damn well wants, just improvising. I'm like, I think you want to do improvised comedy, man. I don't think you want to be in this pickup game at all. You need some people that can yes and you and really build on this scene, and maybe you got something. You know, maybe you could get it like an improv.
Are you being serious or?
I don't know. I think he's probably a dickhead.
Okay.
But I think.
Well, I mean, anyone calling themselves a professional pickup artist.
Yeah, I mean, you got to have a strange sense of yourself. And the thing is, like, it's a weird combination. Like, he's not like the worst of like the negging and that sort of culture.
Oh my God.
But at the same point, he's also like one of the things when James and I are kind of being genuine at it, they'll say something and we'll follow up on it. And like, oh, now you're asking for too many details and you're being boring.
What?
It's like, sorry, I actually had a genuine interest in like see what she'd say about
I like
it.
people with genuine interest in my favorite things.
That's actually a very big thing that attracts me to someone. It's like someone that has a passion and a real strong interest in something. Yeah, I want them to rant at me so I can shut up for once.
Yeah, and like Sam, he'll go on about his D&D stuff for a while.
Oh, that is sexy.
Yes.
How many sides does that dice have?
Ooh. Too many.
27. How the fuck does that even work? Tell me about this dice, Sam.
How do you play this?
Slowly.
Just guide my hand where to put the dice.
Oh yeah, Sam, please.
So sorry.
Sam, please come here. Anyway, yeah. So, but where we finally just like had enough with this fucking game was there was one question about asking a girl back to your house, and we're like, yeah, let's not do that. Let's do another one. And if it gets half right, it continues the scene. So it's like, oh shit, it was half right. We didn't get it. But the only one that we hadn't done on the other screen was invite her to come back to your house. So the next one, every option was invite her to come back to the house, except only one of them was invite her to come back to the house. All the others were like, invite her to come back for coffee. Invite her to come back and say your friends could come too if she wanted. So we said, well, the last one, the correct one, the one we didn't choose, was just to invite her back. So we'll just be direct. We won't use any illusions about it. Nope, that was the wrong one. Any of the other ones would have been fine, basically, as far as we could tell. It's like, you're not even consistent in your stupid pickup rules. Like, we're trying to game your system and we can't because it's not fucking... I mean, it's really, really bad. And the thing is, like, it doesn't... Like, the video is not terrible. It's like there's a decent camera shot on, except it's on autofocus. So if someone moves their head out of the focus point, it'll quickly focus on the background and then come back. I'm like, just fucking...
How long is this game? Like, for a scene?
If you're playing through a scene and you're trying to like see everything in the scene like us, a scene might take half an hour.
Okay.
And there's, a dozen scenes. So what's the I'd like to stop and check the time, Amy? Yeah, sure.
I might just see maybe you'd play.
Oh, is there time to get some Super Seducer in tonight? Probably not, but we can find some time to play Super Seducer. Yeah. I actually think it would be quite good at a party.
Yeah.
Because the thing is, maybe
just see what other people can do.
Well, I'm not even saying like just as a funny thing, and I'm certainly not saying this is a good thing and we should reward this guy for making it, because it is. It's not as.
I don't know how I feel about it.
It's not terrible, but it still has some weird issues. But I think that's the interesting thing. What you feel about it. I think if you get a group of people, it actually weirdly could be a good discussion point to actually start talking about some things. Because I especially when it comes to like sexuality and picking people up and everything, people have some very strong opinions.
Yes.
Like, I know I've previously defended things like in The Witcher where it's like you literally collect cards.
Oh,
of people
yeah.
like, well, that's not very respectful. I'm like, well, who said it's respectful? It's like, it's literally how people fuck sometimes. Yeah. Like, people just genuinely just like, I want to go and find someone to have sex with.
Don't people literally put notches on their bedpost or something? Or is that just an old thing?
Oh, it's an old line. I don't know anyone that physically has ever done that. But yes, the concept of, like getting someone else in there and everything. And like, both genders do it to a degree. And people have their own motivation and everything. And being clear about all that stuff is very important. But there are a lot of opinions about these things, and you can, it's
a broad subject.
Something like this, which is a bit hokey and a bit campy, might actually be a good way to have a public discussion about this stuff in your social circle. Yeah. But depending on your social circle, you might not need that.
Not bringing out people who, they're not fun about this kind of stuff.
I mean, sometimes you can find out why someone's not fun about it.
Well, I mean, sometimes when they're just like, I'm just not fun about it because I'm not fun about it. Yeah, I don't want to talk about it because I don't want to talk about it.
I mean, I recently had some friends that were very much
respect that. But
they shut down, and I didn't actually know why. And I actually would like to, because I don't want to pressure people.
I'd respect that, but because it's one of those touchy subjects.
Yeah, it can be. Who knows what people's personal histories are and things and everything. And
Worms, they say.
Yep, it's got to have those pills.
We actually.
Would that be a good pickup line? Walk up and like, you ever had worms? I got some.
We actually had our worming
medication
tablets
here.
the other night. They were orange flavored.
Why did you have a worming tablet?
Because Mum just does it. Mum says it's like a 6-month thing that we do. So
Like a dog.
we used to get little chocolate squares. Is it not something that people do?
Well, obviously some people do it. I mean, I can't say it, but I don't think
I thought it was just something that people did.
I've never read or heard anyone, like maybe it's a private thing and maybe I'm out of the loop. I could be totally on here, but I've never heard about people regularly worming humans before. It's good.
I thought it was a thing that people did.
That tickles my fancy so much. I'm going to have to do some research. We're going to have to do some polls. If your family regularly worms the children.
Send your answers to bits please at 8.5bit.
Yeah, that email address still exists.
I love it. I just realized what it was the other day and I love that. It's clever.
Bits please. I don't think anyone ever really used it for much. It would be good.
I want that to be a thing. Like, viewers, send in your answers, please.
To bits please. Yeah. I think
I don't care if I know you or not. Don't tell me. Just go and
anonymously send it to me and I'll tell Amy. Yeah, literally anything you want to say to Amy within reason. And then I'll say it anonymously on air.
Sure.
It's all about worming. Weirdly, I was actually talking about worm infestations today with a doctor.
Like worm garden worms or dog
no,
worms?
No.
Or?
Oh, I don't know why I said doctor with Cheryl.
Oh, okay, there you go.
I don't even know what we were joking about. So like,
worms,
yes,
obviously.
no, because James in New Zealand was he was eating out of a syringe, and it's because they were at a donut place where you inject the filling into the donut with a syringe.
Sounds awesome.
And I said, that's like, all food is better when eaten out of medical implements. That's why I always eat spaghetti out of a bedpan. And which Cheryl said is because it reminds you of a type of worm infestation you can get. And I thought I had to check on Google because I'm not that well read.
And did you look at the pictures?
And I did. And anything coming out of the human body is like a relief. So I never get grossed out. I'm like, like I'm on popping and all that stuff. It's like, I want to get
that
it.
stuff's fun.
Just get it out of me. Oh, do you ever see the colon cleansing kit back in the day? Mm-mm. It was like you fasted for a few days taking this supplement, which basically bound everything together inside you. So when you finally passed, you've passed basically a model of your entire digestive system that was like meters long in some cases.
That sounds so cool.
Apparently very bad for you.
Yeah,
Terrible
I wouldn't
idea.
be surprised.
It basically strips a whole lot of very important things from your digestive system. But man, it sounds amazing. But yeah, should we talk about video games?
No! I probably shouted. I'm sorry.
That's all right. Okay, I'll talk about Minit. This is a very exciting game. So this is a game that I've been looking for a while. Mm-hmm. Actually, I think Vlambeer people are involved in it.
Okay, yeah. I call them Vlambeer for some reason.
It literally translates as Flame Bear, so you're probably more correct than me.
It's the logo a bear?
It's a bear and fire.
Oh, cool. Yeah.
Yeah,
I got it right. Good.
It's a super literal name and logo. But I don't think this is a Flambeer game. It just has some people involved.
Yeah. All right, let's go.
So it is a game right up my alley. It is Zelda, like old school Zelda, sort of top down. It's only black and white, and you have 1 minute to live. So you pick up a cursed sword and you got a minute. And when you die, you just reset back to the...
Just look at the art.
It's very basic pixel art, very black and white. It could play on anything. In fact, when you take it off full screen, it's literally like 240 by 120 resolution. It's really low res. But it's fine because it's all designed to be as such.
It's hard to look up Minute game.
Yeah, it's spelt MINIT. So it's not spelt like the time unit.
MINIT.
Yeah. So
there's a bunch of just chicken places.
I can't tell you about that. Did you put game after minute?
I didn't.
That might help you. But anyway, so you pick up a cursed sword, means you're going to die every minute. So you have 1 minute in this game world to make some kind of progress, be it finding a new item, finding a new area.
Oh, yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
So the entire game doesn't reset, so you keep anything you find.
What was this on?
This is on PC at the moment.
Yeah.
They also just announced it's coming to PS4 and Xbox One. Weirdly, not on fucking Switch. This is literally a game that has 1 minute rounds.
This is a game that I would love on Switch.
It's
Please, guys, if you're watching this.
being on a handheld is the most obvious fucking place for it, but oh well. So
3DS, maybe.
At one point I heard ages ago that it's supposed to be about 6 hours long. I don't think that can be possible. I am... Collectible wise, I think I'm about 2/3 of the way through the game, and I put a couple of hours into it. So I can't, unless something really radical happens, I can't see where else it could go. I've out of all the paths I can take, I've sort of gone every direction, and now I'm knuckling down. But the good thing about it is, because it has so Metroidvania sort of key wise, you find an item, lets you get places you haven't been before, and the game is really dense with that sort of stuff. So basically, you get to a point of the game. I don't know where to go now. I don't seem to be making progress. Then you just go back to earlier parts of the game and suddenly you start really looking at the screens and you realize, oh, wait, I haven't done this. Oh, I could go there. And then you open up entirely new areas. You find things. And the good thing is nothing can be more than a minute away from the spawn point, which means you can't go and waste your time. If you want to go and pointlessly wander the desert, well, you can do that for 1 minute and then you're dead. So
the joys.
Don't keep doing it. Do something else instead. And if you want to fight something, it's having that time constraint. It's like, I literally have 20 seconds left to live. Do I have time to fight this thing? Or should I quickly try to open up another secret pathway or find something else I can do? It's really weird working under such a limited time constraint. And it's great because you make so much progress. I've been stuck a couple of times, and every time I've been stuck, I just take a minute and then just go look at an area that I haven't been in for a while, find new stuff, little logical puzzles, talking to characters, incredibly basic.
Does time stop when you're reading their text?
No. That's what. So there is a old man very early in the game, and you run up to him. And it writes character by character. Hello. I have not seen you and you were there watching the time you're alive tick down. It's got a counter in the corner.
And you can't run away?
Oh, you can walk away.
Oh, good. But he just keeps going, or
he's going to tell you how to get to a treasure. Which means you have to sit there
for a minute
and wait for him to say his entire title.
Nice. That's clever.
And it's full of little things like that, where it's things that play with the idea like that. I can't give any examples without spoiling it, and the whole game is discovery and fun. But it's really dense and fun, and you just there ends up being. This is something I'd love. It's really, really good. It's out beginning of next month, I think.
Oh, on PC?
On PC, yeah.
Okay.
I don't think it's on consoles for a little while. Yeah. It's certainly not on Switch for a long time.
Yeah, but you've played it, so you've got special review key.
Yeah, I'm a special boy.
They don't send me.
I can't give it a score though because reviews are embargoed, so I can't.
Does that mean what we've just said is bad? Or?
No. Literally, you can't give a score and you can't show content.
Okay. So you can talk about.
Yeah, you can give impressions as much until the days go home.
Okay.
Days go home. What does that even mean?
Days.
Yeah. I mean, different. To not go too much into it, different outlets will set different embargo rules and things.
Yeah.
You can cover up to a certain point. You can talk about certain things.
Okay.
Yeah.
Industry talk.
Yeah, it's fun. Normally, pretty open about it. Every once in a while, they'll send out one saying, "Oh, actually, sorry, could you not?" And you've already published something, and you say, "Soz." But generally it's fine. Yeah. So Minit, Minit, coming out soon, and very, very impressive.
It looks very pretty.
So let's get back into some news.
It's just black and white.
In the most exciting news of the last 2 weeks for some people. Geralt is going to be in SoulCalibur 6.
Geralt?
It's Geralt.
Geralt.
No, it's not Gerald.
Geralt. I'm going to call him Gerald because it seems to annoy you.
Terrible person. Anyway, I haven't played a SoulCalibur game since SoulCalibur 2. So that'll be... maybe good. I'll play it. I was in the most exciting news of the last 2 weeks for Paul, for Paul people. The Outer Wilds finally got revealed in its complete form. The Outer Wilds being the award-winning sort of little free indie game that came out about 4 years ago now, where you're a little spaceman in a little miniature galaxy and you explore it.
But if it's just come out, how has it had a release? thing.
No, so
it wasn't out. It was just revealed.
No. It came out 4 years ago, but it's a little free game that you download.
Yeah,
that a couple of people made for fun.
So what just happened?
What just happened now was that 3 years ago through Fig, they crowdfunded a full budget make of the same game.
Yep.
In fact, the guy that played Hero on Heroes. Because his a traditional job is an animator, I believe. He worked for Industrial Light and Magic, maybe, I think.
Heroes being that old TV series.
Yes. Yep. He was the Japanese man that was very lovable.
I haven't seen it.
He is involved. He is one of the producers on the project.
Oh, nice.
But yeah, they finally revealed the game in its current form, and it has some money behind it now instead of just being a couple of people making it in their spare time. Because the thing that I love about the Outer Wilds is that they create this small galaxy, with a dozen planets on it, but it's entirely handcrafted.
Yeah.
So it's very much a game of discovery. So it's like there'll be a strange planet that's collapsing on itself or something, and you go and investigate and try to piece things together. But it's also Majora's Mask-y or even a bit Minity, where I don't know.
You've got to restart every few.
It used to be. I think the original game was 20 minutes.
Okay.
20 minutes, and then the universe gets destroyed, and you start again. So you piece things together, and you try different things in different playthroughs, and hopefully that's been just expanded upon in the full version. It looks really nice. Oh, it's such a fun game, and it's really physical as well. So like you literally can just get thrown out of your ship, and it's like it's flying away. No, like you crawl into the It was a very, very good game. So I'm very excited to see the full.
Speaking of like an hour or whatever to live, did we talk about that game that gives you like an hour to live to go through an entire life cycle? And all that?
What's that called?
I really can't remember.
1 hour, 1 life or something?
Yes.
Yeah, it's something like that. I haven't played it.
No, it hasn't. I don't think it's come out yet.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It came out when it was announced.
Oh, okay. Well, there we go.
Yeah. Literally, because 1 minute equals 1 year of your life, I think.
Yeah.
So you
live to be 60.
You were born to, well, if you make it to 60, very few people do. You were born to another player who then have to look after you for a few minutes or you just die. And then you have to, like, it's really interesting, but I think we'd have to play it to really get much more. All I hear is like sometimes you'll just be born to someone who'll just kill you and eat you.
Nice.
Well, actually, you don't know if you've been eaten. They made that assumption because as soon as you die, you don't see anything else. It's like, nope, done, cut away. Also just means that if you're playing an adult female, random people just spawn out of you at any time.
Crib birth. Coffin birth.
That's your life. It's like, who knows? You'll just be walking down the street one day, suddenly, baby. Can't do anything about it.
Oh, okay.
Throw it in a bush.
I thought it was when you die, you just pop out a bunch of babies.
No.
Nope. Coffin birth.
You get a baby pop out of you, and you're supposed to help them start their way in the world. So you might have to try and teach them a few things. Yeah, I mean, like I was hearing people talk about. There's things like one of the people taught them that if you sit by fire, you don't have to eat as often because the first 20 minutes of the game, you basically have to eat constantly or you die. So it's like, oh, well, if you do that, yeah. So people like doing in there, like building societies and rules and stuff. Like it's super interesting.
And I think, wasn't the guy saying like every month he'll release new content or something?
Oh, it's his roadmap for it's insane. It's like adding like 100 items a week sort of thing. It's fucking nuts.
Don't know how he's going to do it.
I think it's just still very like the way that it's constructed, the things are made out of like... It's a bit doodle-gaudy. So, but I think it might almost be more interesting in the long run just to read about the people that are really into it. Bit Eevee. But yeah, we'll see. I'd like to try it one time. Yeah. I think James might have it, so we can ask him about it when he gets back.
Sam was talking about it, but I don't know if he got it or not.
In the most exciting news of the last 2 weeks for some people.
Yeah.
Kill 7's being remade. I'm very excited.
Yeah.
Because that game has such a striking art style. It'll look great in high def.
On the Switch.
It'll play fine on the Switch, but it won't be in high def on the Switch. It'll be on good def on the Switch.
Decent def.
It'll be on more than GameCube def.
More than the Wii.
I didn't have a Wii release for Killer 7.
No, I thought we were talking about just in general resolutions.
Yes. Sorry, I thought because it was on GameCube and then they did a PS2 release, I think. I've only ever played GameCube. And I recently tried to emulate the GameCube version, and it is weird to go back to that game. It is a strange game. Do you know what Killer 7 is like? Very hard to describe. So it's a first-person game. It's on rails.
Yeah.
You control the rails, so you can turn around and run back and forth on the rails. Ooh. It's still a first-person shooter. So you hold a button to walk forward. It's very strange. And you play 7 characters at once, or 6 characters. You play multiple characters at once.
Okay.
And there's a weird bondage ghost. And you're playing like Heaven's Smile, which are just like these weird zombies that smile and walk towards you and explode.
That's terrifying.
It's a fucked up game. It's great.
But I like the sound of the ghost. She sounds fun.
No,
He.
I'm pretty sure
she,
it's a he.
They, Z, what?
Wa, yeah, I think Wa is correct in that term. The bondage ghost is known as a Wa. So I'm very happy. There's no more details on that at the moment.
Yeah, cool.
In the most exciting news of the last 2 weeks for a lot of people, Vivendi has finally dropped its action to try and hostile take over Ubisoft.
Hooray!
This has been going on for a few years now,
Yep.
and whilst Ubisoft has certainly had its up and down over the years, I think especially at this point in history, most people are pretty pro Ubisoft.
Are they doing any more of those Ubi art games? Do you know?
I don't think anything's been announced at the moment, but
I did really like them.
They do
They're
release
so
a few
pretty.
small ones. They released that not so great platformer earlier this year.
Which was...
I can't even remember what it was called.
Mustn't have been that good.
It wasn't. I gave it if I gave scored reviews, it would have had a low one. I just talked about it in a negative way for 10 minutes instead.
Fair enough.
Yeah, but I mean, like, so they had their grow homes and stuff like that, which I liked a lot more.
Very
I
pretty.
don't know anything in the art banner, but yeah, I mean, Ubisoft at the moment, their long tail support on games and everything. Although the one thing this week that sort of made a few people a bit off, that they said microtransactions in Far Cry 5 will only be cosmetic and time saving. It's like,
Okay.
just wait. Time saving?
That's
What do you mean? Because that's potentially the worst kind of microtransaction.
That's like a tappy iPad game
It's like,
saver.
so I have to grind out a bunch of
Microtransaction.
boring shit or pay you
Ew.
money? And if the shit isn't boring, why would people want to skip it?
Ew.
Yeah. So maybe it'll be fun. We'll have to see. But that they put that up like, hey, look, we're great. And people will like, no, that's not what we want.
I mean, cosmetics I don't care about, but
No, I mean,
No.
getting the long tail of things is tough these days.
okay. The long tail.
Yeah, keeping people playing.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Is that James?
It could be.
He just keeps messaging.
No, I think a Slack is set
it's
up
Slack,
on here as
okay.
well. It's not him on there. So many messages. That's a bad notification system. I don't normally use an iPad.
I don't really like iPad notifications. I just use it to read comics.
Okay, in the most important news of the last 2 weeks for some people, Jesus Christ, Fortnite is insane.
Yeah, it's going to mobile.
Well, it's on mobile.
Oh, okay.
And as it came out, it was the #1 app, not just game, app in 13 countries.
Beating Facebook?
Yeah.
What?
In the first 24 hours, just through microtransactions, they were $1.5 million
Of course.
off the mobile transactions.
PUBG's coming to mobile as
Yeah,
well.
PUBG's also had a mobile release, which is pretty shanky from what I hear. I don't know that one though, because at Fortnite you literally play on the same servers as everyone else. I don't know what PUBG does.
I don't really know. It's a game I hear a lot about, but I don't care about.
Yeah, I think we're all in the same boat there. Not
Yeah.
listeners, just us two.
Yeah.
And James. I know James doesn't care.
Sorry, listeners.
Although he got his first win in Fortnite the other day, and I still haven't installed it.
I haven't even bought it.
You don't need to. It's free.
I haven't downloaded it.
Good.
I haven't
for
even
you.
gone to the website.
It's epicgames.com.
I don't care.
But Epic are good.
I don't care.
Epic are your friends. They made Jazz Jackrabbit.
Yeah, I don't
The
care.
jazziest Jackrabbit.
Yeah, they can do that if they want to.
Okay. They do, and they
Yeah.
did.
All right, news.
Okay. Other things that count as news. Oh, Jeff Goldblum is in the new Jurassic World game.
He was in Thor.
He was in Thor.
I saw that the other night. I really enjoyed it.
I got very jealous when my friend Daly just posted a picture of him hanging out with Jeff Goldblum in his house.
I'm jealous.
I'm like, how the fuck did you get so successful, Daly? Jesus Christ.
What about your other friend who hung out with Thor's actor?
Oh, that's the same guy.
Oh, what?
Well, because Daly was involved in Thor. Because
Yeah, and he lived in the apartment.
I still don't know why Taika found him. I guess they were just at a thing, and yeah, so he played Daryl, Thor's roommate.
Yeah.
Yes. Just in like the supporting stuff. I believe it's not officially
No, it's
canon,
just the ending.
but the
bits.
fans seem to want it to be, and he has fan art. And our favorite thing is how terrible he looks at the fan art. But Daly takes it on the chin.
Yeah.
He's an odd fellow.
I just want.
Yeah.
Whatever.
No one in film school would have thought Daly would be the one action. He's got two what are the data? Golden Globes?
Okay. I don't know.
What are the TV ones? Yeah, he's
TV Week?
No. I don't think TV Weeks existed in decades.
The magazine does. People sometimes buy it.
I don't believe you. I believe those are ghosts. Those are wee ghosts. Anyway, yes.
Cool. Yep.
I'll talk about my jealousy of Daily or another day.
Oh no.
Oh no, he's fine. I mean, good on him.
Yeah.
But I am jealous.
Yeah, I know you are.
He's much more successful than me.
There's much more successful people that I'm jealous about as well. So
who are you most jealous about?
I don't know. I don't want to say it because people might get grumpy at me.
Oh, is this like someone you know that you're jealous of?
Yes.
Oh, whom?
I'm not saying it on the podcast.
Okay. You are jealous of my mum.
She's lovely.
Because her tits are the size of your head.
No. I don't want back problems, thank you.
No, I don't recommend it. So in the most important news of the week for some people, actually this was very exciting. So Sea of Thieves launched yesterday or the day before.
I know people enjoy it.
Yes, I have not played it yet, but I do have it.
Mm-hmm.
And
you
so
bought
far,
it?
no. So Sea of Thieves is part of Microsoft's Game Pass.
Oh, yep.
So if you subscribe to Game Pass, which is only $10.95 a month in Australia, you get it for free. Also, if you've never signed up to it, you get a Fortnight for free.
Oh, nice.
And if you do a few hoops, you can get a month for free. I'm not going to play much Sea of Thieves, so I'm just going to play for free and then unsubscribe, and they'll be fine.
That's fine.
But what surprised me, so Sea of Thieves was sort of discussed as the first game that was going to be, because it was cross-play on the PC, that you could just use Game Pass and play it on PC. When I loaded up the Microsoft Store, nope, bunch of games. You play Halo. Oh, Halo 5 Guardians, I think, could already have, I think that was a free game anyway. But Gears of War 4, a bunch of like Halo Wars 1 and 2, just a bunch of games like Terraria and a bunch of other stuff. It's just like, okay, there is actually stuff here now, and they're going to keep supporting it. Basically, I think Microsoft wants everyone to do this because I think the long-term game is just to try to get everybody paying $10 or $11 a month.
I mean, I'm happy to do that kind of business model.
Yeah. It's I wouldn't be surprised if this starts working for them, if this sort of becomes what Microsoft does. And Sea of Thieves, from all reports, is incredibly content bare.
Okay.
It does not have a lot in it, but they're going to support it for a long time.
Okay.
So if they can get people hooked and they say, hey, look, we're going to keep doing stuff, you have this long tail, then people say, oh, I've got on Game Pass, I didn't spend $80 buying it. But effectively, you might end up paying $120 for it because if you're not paying anything else or anything. So that's where I wouldn't be surprised if Microsoft is heading. But yeah, I haven't played the game yet. It's downloading.
Yep.
I'm sure we'll talk about it next time.
Yeah.
As I say, if you want to play it, it's literally free if you've never subscribed to Game Pass before. Just make sure you unsubscribe before it charges you in 2 weeks. Or if you like it, subscribe
Pay
for a while.
it.
I think I might actually do the first month because we have a few people that want to play Sea of Thieves in a few weeks.
Yeah.
I'm like,
I'll wait till more people
Look,
jump on the ship.
And James and I have never played through Gears of War 4,
Yeah.
and we played through the other ones together, so we're probably going to do that as well.
Cool.
So that should be fun.
Yeah.
And then as sort of a local note, PAX Australia has absorbed EB Games Expo into it.
Or has it happened the other way around?
No, it's 100%,
know.
it's 100% happened.
I'm excited about PAX this year, though.
It should be. I am not. I don't see what's exciting about EB being at PAX.
I'm just excited about PAX in general. I love PAX.
Yeah, I hope it doesn't add too much commercialization to them.
I really don't want a 5 meter by 5 meter EB booth.
Well, no. See,
5 meters isn't much.
Melbourne Convention Centre has had a massive extension.
Oh, cool.
So this is all new space they'll be taking up. So it kind of makes sense that they, like, whilst they have started to cram a little bit into PAX, it's still like there's not enough room. Like with the extra space that's added, they don't have enough space to fill that.
Yeah.
So if they want to use the entire convention center, then having EB doing something might be there. But yeah, people sort of say, oh, they'll bring more publishers in, but I don't know who we're missing that we've
got pretty much everyone.
Like Blizzard will never come because they literally have BlizzCon on the next weekend.
Yeah, and I'm sad that I never get to go to BlizzCon.
Well, one day you might.
Yeah, I want some money and go to America for some reason.
For BlizzCon?
Yeah.
People do it.
Yeah.
Crazy people.
Then again, I'm not really that into anything Blizzard other than Overwatch, so is it even worth it?
No. Very diplomatic of Paul.
Thank you, Paul. You
That's
saved
all
my
right.
money.
I saved all your money. Yeah, we'll see. I try not to just be cynical, but history is maybe. I mean, there's a reason I don't go to the EB Games Expo.
Oh, what is that reason?
Because there's nothing there for me. It's celebrity worship.
Streamers.
Streamers and just
Are
like
they
actors and
celebrities?
stuff. I guess to some people.
So it's basically Supernova with a little bit more gamey
Big
stuff.
focus on cosplay, which I don't mind, but
Yeah.
it's not something I'm into.
I'm gonna try cosplay this year at PAX.
Are you saying what you're going to do?
Yeah, it's gonna be a character from Pop Team Epic.
Oh, I was thinking you could be a pack of redhead matches. That'd be fun.
I guess.
That works. And sort of just like playing games that are about to come out anyway.
Yeah.
Like, okay.
But PAX is everything.
Well, PAX is everything, and I mean, I spend 90% of the time in the indie game
And board
area.
games.
And I do touch a bit of time in board games.
And
as
you get to
well.
paint free minis.
I have not done that, but you have.
Oh, it was fun. I spent like an hour there. It's really calming.
What if I'm just very bad at painting and I just write the word shit?
I mean,
all
you can
over
do
it?
that if you really want.
Will they appraise it? Will I get a good score?
I mean, they don't
do they
appraise
score
it.
me?
They
Can I ask to be scored?
I'm trying to talk to you. Stop over talking me.
Can you score me? What am I out of 10, Amy?
Are you done?
I just want to score. I'm not under embargo. You can score me at any time.
I don't score people, remember?
Oh, no.
I don't do numbers. But yeah, at the end of the day, they have like a little mini competition. So you just put in your mini once you finish painting it. They put it in a glass cabinet, and you can pick it up the next day and see if you won.
Oh, I'm going to win.
Yeah, well, do it.
People are going to love my solid purple minifig with globs of paint on it.
I can't vote because there's no voting, which is sad.
Oh.
But yeah, whatever. I like PAX a lot.
Amy, why won't you score me?
Because I don't score people. I don't score things.
Oh, no. You need to play Super Seducer.
I do. Are you just trying to act out a scene? I'm a lady. Just score me, please. Is that what the game's about?
I wish. Oh, my God. We were thinking about just doing a straight up parody of it. Maybe that would be a great scene. It's like, please just score me. I need rank me.
There's that Tumblr account that scores dick pics.
Oh, is there?
There is one.
I
don't remember what it's called. I'm not.
Is it
Tumblr
just for
user.
unsolicited ones, or do they ask for submissions?
They ask for submissions.
Oh, fantastic!
There's also a rate your dog thing, so you can post pictures of dogs and they'll rate how cute the dog is, which is usually like 10 out of 10, too cute.
Will anyone rate my dog's dick?
That's a new niche. We need to try that.
Okay.
But then again, will we be taken in for like what is that thing for animalphilia?
Bestiality,
yeah.
Oh, I'm not doing anything to it. I'm just
True.
just
Taking a photo of it.
Just sending it a gram.
Yeah.
There you go.
Okay.
It came out on its own.
A little gram.
Yeah. Little gram. Okay, let's look at this. Oh, okay. There's one game we haven't mentioned there.
Oh, no.
I think everything else, yeah. Okay, everything else pretty much there.
Yep.
So after James and I played my Super Seducer,
Mm-hmm.
like, we need a palette cleanser. No. Get the dirt off. Nah.
All the
Ugh.
oh my goodness.
Okay, we were clean.
All
clean.
the oil
Okay.
from your hair.
Get squeeze out the misery. Yes.
The neck beardness.
And then we said, what's this game here, Paul? Oh, I just got sent it. It's called My Lovely Daughter.
Ooh.
That sounds like what we need to play after
That
Super
sounds like
Seducer.
fun.
Okay. Then
Is
proceeded.
it like Daddy Dating Simulator?
You fucking wish.
Oh.
This game is so good. We love it. It's not a mobile. It should be on mobile. The interface is perfect for
Yep.
mobile. Okay, so it starts out. You wake up with amnesia.
Yeah.
You're in his house.
Mm-hmm.
You seem to be some sort of doctor or something.
Okay.
And you discover your daughter in a room, basically a rotting corpse. And you're like, oh no, but her soul has been taken and it's in this little oven. Like, oh, so someone's done something to it. It's like, well, obviously you've done it, and we'll find out in the story when they need it. But anyway, we'll get to that eventually.
Spoilers.
Yo, I haven't reached that. I just like
Okay.
this is what the setup is.
Yep.
And basically,
Turns out her dog did it.
you need to like infuse this soul with other souls and able to sort of get to a state that your daughter's body will reabsorb it. So what you do is you basically make golem daughters. So the one that you just make out of pure meat. Mwah. So you put like 3 ingredients together on like a pentagram on the floor, and you make a new daughter, and then you might put her to work to get some money for a while, boost her stats up a little bit, give her some gifts, play with her during the day, and then just when she's ripe, you fucking kill her. And then you take her essence and you take a few of the bits as well. Oh, I could use that piece of meat for another daughter, and those bones will be good. Oh, I'll keep them here. And then you use your daughter's essence to then infuse into the soul, and then once every 4 weeks, so you can try to like bring your daughter back to life. So it's playing with recipes to find new types of daughters, forcing them to work, murdering them, and they scream, they cry, and they beg for you not to do it. You hit the sacrifice button, and there's just an image of you like smashing their head in, or something. It's all like line drawing. Like James and I were playing this game, mouths agape, just like holy fuck! Like it was horrific in an incredibly fun way. And there's even some extra horrific stuff on top of it. It's so good. Unfortunately, as you keep playing, the game becomes you're making daughters. Once you've seen the kill animation, it's the same time you realize. It's like, yeah. So it seems it becomes a management game after that. But man, the style is fun. Oh gosh, it's just like this horror thing that is beautiful. And as you go and unfold story,
I can understand
and there's
why
other characters
it's not
around.
on mobile. Apple wouldn't allow it, I don't imagine.
I don't know, because it's, even though I'm describing it as graphic, I mean, it's literally like you have a daughter of clay, and like you like throw her outside and she like melts, and it's like, so it's not like you're like ripping a young girl apart or anything. It's totally fantasy. It's just that the themes are very dark and depressing.
That sounds so good.
It actually was. It was the perfect game to play after Super Seducer. I haven't finished it because I did start. Well, also I misunderstood a few of the mechanics, and I wasn't going to make a delivery because
what?
Sorry, I'm such a terrible father. So one of the things that people in the town will do is they'll ask for, you're so good at getting good quality meat. I really need some good quality meat in 3 days. I'm like, 3 weeks, whatever.
But you're a doctor.
I don't know.
You said he was a doctor.
I'm an alchemist or something.
Where is he getting this quality meat from?
They just know that you're good at getting quality shit. So the way you get quality stuff is to make daughters with those elements, then make them happy, and then fucking kill them.
The way you said make them happy.
No, nothing sorted along those lines. But you literally buy them gifts and you play with them, and you put them in work that they enjoy.
You play with them. Put them in work they enjoy, Paul.
If you get them happy, they send you letters saying how much they love you and how the people are so mean to them and everything. And then you're like, and then you just fucking kill them for their bits. It is so dark.
I want to play this. It sounds amazing.
We were, as I say, mouths agape, but smiling agape. We were like, holy shit, this is like, It's very twisted.
Like, who's it by? What's it from? Is it a Brisbane thing? Or?
No, it's not a Brisbane thing. It's just an internet thing. No. It's a small publisher. Okay. I don't know if otherwise I would throw the name out there. Yeah. It really struck us. My Lovely Daughter.
My Lovely Daughter. Okay.
Yeah. So here's the best bit.
Oh no.
Okay, so you know how like the daughter's dead and her soul's out in the thing. Well, obviously, that corpse ain't staying so fresh. So one of the things you have to manage is keeping the corpse fresh.
I like this game.
It is fucked up.
Sounds so good.
I laugh so much. It is because it's so fucked up that you can't help but smile.
Yeah.
Because it just takes it too far. It's great. So My Lovely Daughter.
My Lovely Daughter. That sounds
beautiful. And man, when I saw that title, I did not know what to expect. And then I looked at the art and said, like, okay, this looks interesting. So that's why I loaded it up. But yeah, good fun. Okay, do you have any other comments before the end of the show?
Not really. I'm sort of like, I thought we went longer than what I thought we would.
You thought you'd have nothing to say without little Jamesy here.
Yeah.
He's just holding you back.
He is.
Yes. He's one of those possessions we should burn.
Is he that tall?
He's somewhere between there and there.
Yeah.
Little James.
Pat him on the head. Whatever.
Yeah. Little
Jamesy.
Little Jamesy. Little fella. Actually, he's in this terrarium right here.
Oh.
That's why I said
so that's what New Zealand is.
It just lives inside my room.
Oh, where's Hobbiton?
It's just that rock there.
Okay.
I had to take the lid off because there was a little bit too moisture inside. So
it was fogging up, I imagine.
Yeah, you got to find that right balance of moisture in the terrarium.
So cool. I want one.
It's good fun. You can make one when you needed some shit.
I can find that in the toilet.
No. This isn't a Haneke Miku situation. Look, you need rocks, you need moss, and you need soil, and you need charcoal.
You needed poop.
That's one big poop on top. Okay.
So is that what all the little green things are?
It's Kermit's poop.
Kermit's poop. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you for watching or listening to 8.5bit.com. You can go to our website. Oh no.
You've messed that one up. Do it again.
Oh shit.
Do it again.
I'm so fucking embarrassed. Oh.
You're the worst. Do it again. I'm so sorry.
Thank you for listening or watching to 8.5bit. You can catch us on our website.
You just messed it up again.
What did I do?
Watching 2.
Watching 2?
Yeah. Watching 2 8.5bit.
Alright, thank you for listening or watching 8.5bit.
You said 2 watching. But whatever, let's do it again. Let's do it again.
Thanks for joining us on 8.5bit. You can catch us on our website, 8.5bit.com, our Twitter, Facebook. Please like and share anything you like on there. And subscribe to iTunes. Or watch us on YouTube. Or anything you fucking want. Anything you can do to... Anything you can do to share. Helps us spread the love. Review us. All that jazz. And join us on our Discord, discord.8.5bit.com, if you are a sad and lonely person who wants some friends.
And some chops.
Because we are sad and lonely and want friends.
We do.
Please. They can't all be Kirby. Okay, I don't even know what that accent was.
That was, it sounded very New Zealand.
Oh, I did not have that in my mind at all. So I guess
that's why I was going for the chops thing.
I'm just naturally New Zealand, am I?
What?
I'm naturally New Zealand.
Just stop.
Look. The message in Spice Girls videos is sex, sex, sex.
Is it?
Which is the number of the beast in New Zealand.
Number of what?
Number of the beast in New Zealand.
Is it?
Sucks, sucks, sucks. Because they say words differently to us.
They say really weird words.
That's the hilarious joke.
The best bit of the Thor movie was the New Zealand guy.
Which New Zealand guy? You mean the director?
Guy. No, the rock guy.
That's the director.
No, he was made of rocks.
Yes, but okay. I'm sorry to break some movie magic here, but
the director was in the movie, like Stan Lee's in every Marvel film.
Well, Taika actually acts in a lot of his movies.
Taika, is that one
Taika
of the
Waititi.
Penny? No, it's not one of the Penny Arcade guys.
Taika was what you're thinking of.
Yeah.
Taika.
Oh, Taika. Okay.
Yeah. Waititi. So he did What We Do in the Shadows. He plays one of the lead vampires in that as well.
Yeah.
He also did a film called Boy. The Hunt for the Wilder People. Eagle vs. Shark. Mm-hmm. I think that's all of his features.
Okay.
They're all very good.
But yes, we ended the show.
Yeah.
But we didn't click. I'm sorry.
We've
died. Do we need to say that whole spiel again?
Thank you for watching and listening to 8.5bit.com. So I do say to, but it's correct. Listening to 8.5bit.com.
You said watching to.
Oh, shit. Fuck this. Fuck this for a joke.
Do it again.
You get in your box of matches.
Do it again.
You little...
Do it again.
Goodbye.